Welcoming back to the stage the director of Trespass Against Us, Adam Smith.
Thank you. Not very comfy, these chairs, are they? You lot are doing better than that.
So I just wanted to start by asking you, in your introduction to the film, you mentioned that the project developed out of some footage that the screenwriter Alistair Siddons had shot of the Traveller family about 12 years ago. First of all, I guess, what does it feel like after 12 years to have the world premiere in Toronto and to be releasing this film out into the world?
It feels very exciting, yeah, very exciting and a little bit terrifying as well. Although I sometimes get those two emotions muddled up, so maybe it's a bit of stick of excitement. And it's wonderful, you know, it's kind of nice to let it go, and it's now other people's to enjoy it, I hope enjoy it.
So about that footage 12 years ago, I'm interested to know how closely is the film based on that footage and that family, and to what extent, if any, did you collaborate with that family throughout the process of making the film?
Well, Alistair remains friends with the family after he made the documentary, and the initial footage that I saw was of the character that Colby was loosely inspired by. But I mean, the family were the inspiration. Alistair did a very clever and amazing thing of making it into a kind of human story. There was something that he heard that the real Chad said, that Chad's real father said to him, where he said, Alistair was talking to the real Chad about doing something, saying, you know, you could be an amazing stunt driver, or you could do something else. And his dad, who's called Ricky, said, you're a thief, Chad. You'll always be a thief. And there was this there was a tragedy in that, because the real Chad is actually a very talented man, albeit his talent is driving very fast and smashing into state. There's people who can do that well, there's people who don't do that so well.
So just before we throw to the audience, I also wanted to ask quickly about the score for the film, which was done by your frequent collaborators, the Chemical Brothers, and which I think is so essential to helping create the tone and atmosphere of the film. So I was just wondering, what is it about the Chemical Brothers' style that you thought would suit this story particularly well, and you thought would make them a good fit to help you tell the story?
Well, I think it was not necessarily the style of their music, but the spirit of their music that made me feel that it was Tom was the right person to do this score, because I feel that Chemical Brothers' music has this anarchic energy, you know, and that it's kind of similar to the world that we were portraying, but it also has this incredibly powerful emotion, you know, and it moves you, and it has an adrenal rush quality to it that felt absolutely right in its feeling, but not necessarily in its palette. You know, I didn't want Tom to make a Chemical Brothers score. You know, and some of the stuff he initially gave us was very recognisably a Chemical Brothers sound, and we talked about it needed to have this timeless quality of the film, and I didn't want the audience to be taken out of the film by associating it with a time in their lives or a particular genre of music. So I asked Tom to come up with a palette that was more classical, and we talked about all sorts of things, and ended up working. You know, he ended up working with a harmonium player and some string players, and he recorded his music the way he records his music, which is with analog synthesizers, and then he got classical musicians to play that back, and then he went and manipulated that further. What came out was this kind of unique sound. Not always, you know, some of the chasing is more traditional Chemical Brothers sound, but you know, it was interesting because, you know, we've been working together for 20 years, and it's a great creative partnership, and there was some to and fro, you know, because at first he was like, oh look, well, you know, if you want classical instrumentation, why don't you just, you know, just get someone who does that? Why are you getting you to do it? And he didn't say it quite as petulantly as portraying, but and I said, you know, because I want you to do it. And I'm really interested in what you're going to come up with this. And he went away, you know, slightly begrudgingly, and then came back with this incredible stuff. But there's also on his studio cutting floor, as it were, there's some amazing other songs, you know, because that was the difficulty. He was giving us these incredible songs, and to have this kind of huge talent give you these amazing songs and go, no, that's not quite right. So it was great. He's amazing.
All right, I think we'll go to the audience.